imagine how cool it would be to make all these dog toys, and then you could sell them. Like,
Totally.
awesome. That's a great little side hustle.
I mean, you can make 35 grand if you sell them for $10 a foot.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the Municibid podcast, where each week we bring you the latest from Municibid, new sellers, first listings, standout sales, auctions closing soon, product updates, customer stories, and answers to your questions. Let's dive in. All right, we're back live. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning. It's great to be back. I'm in my new office. Still getting settled in. We have a lot of work to do with it, but yeah, I'm getting there.
Awesome.
Feels good to be back settled in. Last week it was like working from this spot, then that spot, and this spot. So
I have a hard time when I have to work from just my laptop in like different areas. I feel incomplete without my full desk setup.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't mind it. It's like good for a change of scenery, but yeah, it's nice to have kind of everything in my like command center here.
Yeah, definitely.
Hope you all had a good weekend. See where we're at. Yeah, good. Sorry I missed last week, but the ladies took over. Heard it was good.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time.
Good. Good. Well, I think we should kind of dive in. Lots going on as usual. Very busy week leading into summer. We never know really how summer's going to go. Sometimes summer is really, really busy. Sometimes we get a slow month here and there, but so far it's been crazy. So it's been good. Lots happening. And then of course at the end of the month we have our 20th anniversary summer picnic that is essentially sold out. It's the hottest event in America.
Oh yeah.
Maybe behind the 200th birthday of America, but yeah, we're a close second. So
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be great. A couple hundred people coming and people I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Buyers, sellers, family. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the band. The band is really good.
I'm just mostly looking forward to all of my favorite people are going to be there. You guys, my friends, my family, some of my favorite bidders and sellers. I'm excited. It's going to be really cool to have all my favorite people in the same place.
Yeah.
Plus we've got some good food coming.
Yeah. And if you're watching this, you can go ahead and go over to our 20th anniversary page, which I'll bring up here, and you can request an invite. We are basically sold out, but if a spot opens, please let us, we'll let you know.
Absolutely.
And
some people have been unable to make it, so we've been able to include a couple people from the wait list. So it's definitely worth getting onto the wait list.
Yeah. So and the reason we have to do this is we have a hard cap of how many people we can have. So that's why it's not open to everyone. And, we would love to have everyone there, but unfortunately we're capped by the number of people that we're able to have. So, but yeah, if you're interested in coming, please head over to the 20th anniversary page, municibid.com/20, and then scroll down and you'll see the picnic. And then you can request an invite here. And then we'll take a look at it. And then once we, if there's a spot open, we will send you over the invite. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing everyone. It's going to be a good time. Hopefully the weather cooperates. What's funny is I'm worried more about it being extremely hot than I am it raining.
I am too.
Even though if it rains, it's going to be, it's not going to dampen the party. We'll still have a good time. But yeah, it's funny. We definitely don't need one of those like 98-degree days with 100% humidity.
No,
that would be a little much. All right. Well, let's get into it. We have a lot to share this week. Lots of new governments coming on board as usual. As you may have heard us discuss before, we welcome over 500 governments that make the switch over to Municibid every year. Somewhere around 50 governments a month join us. And, sometimes it's interesting. We have a lot of governments that join us, and then, it takes a while for them to list their first item, or they list within a few minutes of getting registered. So it's always interesting to see from our reports, when a seller registers compared to when they actually list their first item. So it's always interesting for me to see that. So, well, first I want to welcome our new sellers that have come on board last week. Really excited to work with these new governments, and that's Woodbridge Township, New Jersey. Let's see here. Let me scroll down here. Well, this name, Tiada. Wow, Tiadaghton Valley Municipal Authority. I don't know if I've heard of this. Tiadagton.
I don't think I have either, but I had a name last week when I was welcoming that was just as difficult to pronounce, and I just apologize ahead of time if we butcher your agency name. We're trying.
Yeah, well, in Pennsylvania and in the Northeast, there's a lot of Native American names that are hard to pronounce especially if you're not from the area, like Schuylkill.
Yes, Schuylkill. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot.
I always love when people aren't from, that area, and ask them how to say it, and I show them the word Schuylkill and ask them to say it. Pretty funny.
I think Kinwood is one that throws off people too.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That to me is just the way it's spelled. Manayunk is another. But then also, it is Philly, so the pronunciations can be a little unique.
Very true.
But anyway, so Mark Sinelli from Woodbridge Township School District over in New Jersey, Sean Lorson from we're going to go with that. Valley Municipal Authority in Pennsylvania. And we have William Long with Mercer Township, Pennsylvania. Then we have Nathan DeLong with the town of Wilbraham in the IT department over there in Massachusetts. And then we have Dominic Bellucci with the Reading Muhlenberg Career and Technical Center in Pennsylvania. So welcome. We're very much looking forward to working with all of you and getting your items listed and getting them sold. Speaking of which, we have some sellers that have had their first listings this year, or their first listings ever, which is always exciting. And that when we have Jess Border from the Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, they have this tow behind arrow board, and we've all seen them. So that has a couple days left to go. We have the town of Bethlehem in New Hampshire, and that they're selling surplus concrete. So that's always comes in handy. That for sure will be sold. And I think it's 4 pallets worth. Yeah, 4 pallets worth. So that'll be a good sale for them as the first sale. Then we have a 2003 Mack dump truck from Tobiana. Speaking of which, Tobiana Township up in the Poconos. They have a Mack dump truck that still has 9 days left. So that'll still be live tomorrow or next week when we're live. Let's see what else we have. We have these recycling totes from the Monson Housing Authority in Massachusetts. So some pretty good first listings here for these agencies. So looking forward to getting these sold. And then we have some first time sales. So what's even more exciting about the auctions getting listed is them actually getting sold. And so this was a cool one, a diving board. We've seen diving boards, we've seen water slides and that sort of thing quite often. So hopefully the winning bidder is going to put it to good use this summer. Maybe for their home pool, maybe it's for another Parks and Rec department. So hopefully it finds a good home and it's put to good use, and people are doing cannonballs off of it this summer.
That'd be a lot of fun.
And then we have, now, by the way, that was from the diving board was from Schuylkill Valley School District in Pennsylvania. And then we have Spring Valley Township, Ohio, the fire department has sold this 1998 ambulance. So congratulations to them. Thank you for your first sale. That's always exciting. Then we have Seth Green over at Anthony Township in Montour County, Pennsylvania. And they sold their first item was a 1995 John Deere 310D. So that was a nice sale for them. That's a pretty popular backhoe for sure. And then we have City of Carterville over in Missouri, and they sold this little dump truck, which is cool. So congratulations to them. And then we had Christine Capozzi with Waverly Township, and they had sold some Turner cartridges, and she was really excited. She didn't think they were going to sell. And I was talking with Jamil, and he was talking with her the other day, and she had mentioned how excited she was that they sold, and they have a bunch of other items coming up, but she was really excited because she didn't actually think they were going to sell. So you never know.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It's always the items that, that people, with our selling agencies, a lot of times they'll come to us and they'll say, look, we drive our cars into the ground, or this thing's not worth anything. And I'm like, you never know until you put it out there, because you have no idea what someone could do with it, what they want it for. And I can't tell you how many times over the 20 years that I've heard that. And then they come back and they just can't believe someone bought the items and for how much. And so you just never know what the market is for something. And it's easy to try. It doesn't cost anything for the governments to try. So we always just recommend putting it up and seeing what happens. And usually it's a pleasant surprise at the end. All right. And then we have some first items that are ending. So sellers that have had listed the first items that are ending this week. We have this Powermatic planer, which I think is pretty cool. It's ending soon. It's 35 minutes left. So get your bids in.
Very soon.
So definitely great for a school shop department. I always wanted to kind of do this stuff. My grandfather was really into woodworking, and he had a whole shop in his basement with all kinds of tools and different things to make all these different projects. I just really didn't get that skill. But when I was a kid, I always ended up having like the coolest Pinewood Derby car, because he would
Oh, that's cool.
would use his shop to like design some pretty slick looking Pinewood Derby cars and be able to like drill in where you have to like melt in the lead in the bottom, and we had all kinds of tricks. So, and always did pretty well in those. I kind of miss those. I wish there was. I mean, I bet you there's probably Pinewood Derby races for adults. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh my gosh. I think
Maybe
I'd be
you
so
should sponsor
scared.
one. They were so much fun. I guess that still happens. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I know it does for kids. Yeah, it does.
It does? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. I
have a
always
friend whose
enjoyed
son
that.
did it.
Yeah. I think it was super fun. I loved it. So yeah, so this is from South Williamsport Area School District. Then we have a 2021 Ford Transit cargo van. This still has basically 2 days left. So we'll see where that ends up from a distant learning charter school. And then up in Massachusetts, we have from the Belmont Police Department. We have this 2016 Ford Police Interceptor. So we'll see what that ends up selling for, as 2 days left as well. Moving on, we have this bucket truck from the borough of Quakertown Public Works up in Pennsylvania, up in Lehigh County. And I used to spend a lot of time up in Quakertown. I haven't been up there that way in a little bit, but yeah, so that has 2 days left as well. We'll see where that ends up. Yeah, I'm kind of interested. I got to take a trip up there, see what's new in the Quakertown area.
Go to Putt U.
Is that like a miniature golf, like mega?
Yeah, it's right on 309. It was like literally next door to where I lived, right in the Center Valley there. And I think you had said you'd been there in high school. It's been there for a long time.
Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't remember that.
It's been a long time since I even lived there, so it's been a long time since we spoke about it. It's like 10 years ago.
Well, yeah. That's funny. And then we have over in the Center County Recycling and Refuse Authority, we have this 2012 Ford Fusion. 3 days left on that. The reserve has been met, so we'll see where that ends up. That looks like a good starter car for a new driver. We have that quite a bit. We have parents buying their kids their first car on Municibid, which I always enjoy hearing about. So if that's what happens here, I always love hearing about that. So we'll see. But how's it? Let's see. Cool. How many miles on it? 130. It's getting up there, but it probably still has some life left to it. Looks pretty decent.
Yeah, that should run to like 200,000 miles, I would think. A car like that. So, I mean, I think it's perfect for a kid just learning how to drive and just getting their license for sure.
Oh, I'd be stoked.
It's clean. Looks good.
Yeah, looks good. All right. And then we have a stainless steel salt and sand spreader from City of Holyoke, gas and electric. I believe the City of Holyoke themselves has been a seller for a while. So I think they've been listing items, but this is the gas and electric. And so they have this salt and spreader. We'll see where that ends up. I'm going to assume it sells. These things are very popular. We sell them all the time. Let's see. And then we have, this one, I'm kind of getting ahead, but Wilkinsburg Borough in Pennsylvania, they had this. They were hoping to sell it for $1,000, and they got $8,400 for it. So
awesome! That's great.
Good win for them. Lots of bidding activity on that. By the way, a new feature that we launched over the last month is the bid timeline. So you can see when bids were placed and, kind of follow the trajectory of the bidding over the course of the auction, which is really handy to see.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's totally right in the last minute here.
Yeah.
Lots of activity here in the last hours. And then you'll notice here, this little pop-up here, the live auction alerts. So you'll notice this button is down here by default, basically, but you can move it anywhere you want. And you can turn it on and off, and you can set specifically what you want to be notified about. So if you want new bids placed, auction extended, closing soon, you can set these live alerts, or you can just turn them off completely. I like it. I think it's fun to see what people are bidding on and what's happening on the site in real time, right from this little button. And then let's see, we have a couple more. Oh, this item is cool. This mixer, I think they were looking to sell it for $100. They were hoping to get $100, and it sold for $1,600.
Wow.
51. So
amazing.
Put this to good use. I wonder who bought it and what they're going to do with it. Maybe it's another school, but maybe it's like someone from the house who likes making desserts. Send me an invite. I want to know what you're making. Let's see what else I have. I was going to take a guess on this item.
Which, oh boy.
This excavator.
We'll write it down. We have we're going to check how you did on the RV today.
All right. That sounds good. Yeah. So this one's a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
No, I don't know. Did you guys see the crazy story? Like, I think it was last week where this husband and wife got in an argument, and the husband took an excavator sort of like this and like tore half the house down.
Yes.
I wonder if he bought it on Municibid.
I keep telling Sophie there's around the corner at the end of my street, there is it's like an old fire police truck, like kind of ambulance style. It's red and white, and you can still see like the leftover of, they took off all of the decals, but you can still kind of tell it was there. And I don't know this man because he doesn't live close enough to me for me to run into him, but I am dying to ask him if he bought it on Municibid.
Yeah, you should.
Just dying to know. So I keep telling my husband when we walk the dogs, if that man is outside, I'm asking where he got that truck. He uses it for his air conditioning company now, like HVAC company.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a pretty common scenario. You see that quite a bit. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah, definitely find out.
I will, as soon as I catch the guy.
You'll have to give him
all right, 2014 Kubota excavator. What you thinking, Greg?
Oh, man. I know this one's going to be tough. Let's see here. Let's see what conditions unknown. Okay, so this has probably been
boy.
sitting out for a little while. They're finally getting it off their lot.
Yeah.
Well, at least it starts.
Yeah.
See. Although it does say system error, so that's probably not a good sign. I'd still think this is probably going to sell for somewhere around I'm going to say $4,800.
Okay.
Could be high, but let's go with that.
All right.
I have no idea.
I'll keep it checked. We'll check back in on it.
Anytime I think I know what things are going to sell for, I'm always wrong.
It's such a gamble.
You would
so
think by
hard to
20 years of experience on, now if it's common things that we sell quite a bit, or vehicles. That's why I don't do vehicles on these guesses, because those are kind of a little easier to guess. So I want to try things that could be a little harder. And this is up for auction by St. James Parish down in Louisiana, longtime customer. We love working with them. So yeah, this is a fun one. Let's see what else we have. And then, we have this four-wheeler, which I thought was cool. I think it's probably on your list, Sophie, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's on mine.
It's on both of yours. All right, we all spotted this one. Well, I'll let you guys talk about that. But yeah, lots going on, as you can see. So we just love welcoming new sellers on board, working with them to get their first listings up, get them marketed and sold. And then, seeing the smiles on their faces when they end up selling things for way more than what they thought they were going to sell for. And it's something that we hear often. It's what we're all about. It's what we're here to deliver. So it's always nice to hear that. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, who wants to take the wheel from here? I know we have some more.
I think we're going to highlight some currently live auctions now.
All right, let's do it. Let me make sure that I can switch you over.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
So if you share your screen, I can add it.
Yeah, I'm on it. I've gotten a little bit better figuring out where we hide it now. In this, it's not the same as any other thing that we're using. So I'm starting right out with the Kawasaki Bayou 224 wheeler that Greg just pulled up.
I noticed that you're using light mode. Boo.
This is actually a browser I don't normally use, Greg, because I need to not be logged into my account or I'll give away all the secrets.
Yeah.
There we go.
And that's more pleasant on the eyes. But by the way, we do have light and dark mode, or it'll follow your system settings. So
it's very easy to click over. If you just saw, I was on light mode, and it's just this little icon up here. It's a moon to go over to dark mode, or a sun to go back to light mode. And it's very convenient. Greg is a big fan of dark mode. It's better for your eyes, especially if you're like us and you sit at a computer all day long. So we are back to the Kawasaki Bayou 224 wheeler listed by St. Francis Police Department. And it's only got 2 days and 33 minutes left to go. And we already have 30 bids on it. Looks like they included quite a few pictures here, so we can get a good idea of what it looks like. And if we go on down here, they gave us, some good information here. It says it has a wild backstory. It was ditched in a field after a police chase. It currently sits in fair condition and needs some love, but it is a confirmed running unit. And the St. Francis Police Department is providing an official police bill of sale. This paperwork clears the vehicle's pass and serves as your official golden ticket to register it smoothly at the license bureau. So very interesting. I mean, you could have a little piece of some craziness, apparently. They have a person listed here. If you have any questions or you just want to go set up a time to view it before committing, and they are answering their questions. It does not have a key, but there is a pull start option. So
old school.
Keep that in mind. But it looks pretty good, and it's pretty crazy that it was a high-speed police chase on this little thing. Jeez. Crazy.
I used to go four-wheeling. I had a buddy who had a couple four-wheelers and a lot of land, and over in like the Boyertown area. And it was so much fun. I guess we were lucky we didn't kill ourselves on them, but
oh my gosh, yeah. I came back on one. I was out on one with a friend of mine, and our significant others were on the bigger quad together, and we were on a little one like this one, exactly like this one. Our brakes went, and they were like, the guys had to pull us back to the house, and they took a curve too fast and tumbled us right off of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
they can be
geez.
dangerous. That his
Yeah.
was so powerful that the biggest concern was like hitting the throttle so fast that you would like fly off the back,
It was
or like
not.
do a wheelie and have it fall back on you. Um,
Oh,
they
God.
he also had, which we weren't allowed to ride, one of the the three
Oh,
wheeler
wow.
ones that I guess were like outlawed or something
Yeah.
back in the 80s, or maybe it was the 90s, but somewhere around there. I think they stopped allowing them to be made or sold. But I always thought those were cool looking.
Mm.
But yeah, but these were a lot of fun. What happened? Somehow your screen is like, there you go. Yeah, they were a lot of fun. So hopefully someone's able to get this and have some fun with it and not be
Definitely.
chased by the police.
Yeah, that too. We want to avoid that. All right, so we'll move on over to a
Wouldn't that
20.
be funny if it was like sold and then bought by someone and then another police chase
That
happened
would be
and
crazy.
then that police department listed it?
That would be crazy. Oh man. All right. So we're moving on over to the 2015 Ford F-750 electric truck listed by the city of Newark, Delaware. We still have 9 days to go for this one, so it's not ending until Wednesday, the 17th. We have 2 bids right now, and the reserve price has not yet been met. But it does have, the crane to go on up and work on wires or cut down trees or whatever it is you need to do. I would believe its current purpose is, wires, working on electrical wires, but I can see some other uses for it as well. The crane goes up to 60 feet. It's in good condition overall, and there's no warranty. You can reach out to the maintenance garage at the city of Newark with any additional questions. You can also schedule an appointment to inspect it yourself, and the selling agency is on top of answering the questions, which is always really important. So, absolutely looks good.
This is Newark, Delaware. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Another longtime seller.
Yes.
Yeah. We really, really enjoy working with them.
Yes.
Yeah. They're just very pleasant to work with.
Yeah.
And had a lot of success over the years. So yeah.
Yeah, they're great. Long-standing relationship with them, which is always awesome. We love building long relationships with both our sellers and our bidders. We love getting to actually know people, not just, post an online auction and never speak to anybody. We really do
Exactly.
getting to know everybody.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, the selling agencies that come over to us are not expecting like people to be here for some reason.
Yes.
And when they realize, oh wow, there's actually like people that care and people to
I
talk
think
to.
another thing that throws them off is sometimes with other, other companies or other websites in general, like you might be able to reach a person, but you rarely reach the same person twice.
Right, exactly.
And you're always getting the same team every time. So we remember what happened last time or what questions you had before. So it's easy to build the rapport because we really do care and we really remember everything that you've already gone through.
Yeah, totally. There's a lot of institutional knowledge here at Municibid.
Mm-hmm.
That is for sure.
All right, we're going to move on over to a 2021 Ford Explorer hybrid police interceptor utility vehicle. That is a mouthful. This is listed by yet another longtime seller with us, the town of Needham, Massachusetts. This is ending on Sunday, the 14th at 4 p.m. It has 27 bids already, so there's some competition brewing for this one. For sure.
For sure.
And it looks like they included a ton of photos, which I love to see this. I love to see that you really get a full idea of what the vehicle looks like from all angles, inside, outside, engine, everything. So we've got the interior here. They've got the original seats back into it, which is awesome. We don't see that all the time with police cars, especially the SUVs. A lot of times they take these seats out and sell them separately, or they still have the plastic, cage seats in there, but this one has all the original seats back in it and they look great. They look like they've never been sat on ever. And you can see the engine, everything. So they did a really great job with the images, and there's about 62,000 miles on this SUV. It starts with a jump, so that's important to know, but it is drivable.
Yeah, it looks like it just needs a new battery.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. And then I see there is a person you can contact, and there are specific dates that you could inspect. The next date that you could inspect is the 13th between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. at the Needham Police Department. So if you want to go on site, they've got scheduled time for that, and they do stay on top of answering their questions. It says that it was last inspected in January of 2025. There has not been any transmission work done on this vehicle. So
yeah, sounds like a good one.
looks like a good one. And we'll move on over to this 2003 HME Central State 2250. Well, a bunch of numbers and letters here, but fire truck nonetheless, from Mendon Fire Department in Massachusetts. There is no reserve on this fire truck, and there's currently 21 bids. We're sitting at 3,600. This auction ends on next Wednesday, the 17th, and they've got a great amount of pictures here. I'm seeing a ton of pictures from all angles of this truck, which is great. And we'll take a peek at the description in a moment to see if, decals will be removed or any of that. But it looks great. And let's see what we have here. It has 6 seats. It's got all the information about the pump and the water, Class A foam. Let's see. It has a smart power generator. There's no ladders or suction included. The last pump test was in June of 2023. Northeast, it's from the Northeast. We're sitting here on the East Coast. A Northeast vehicle frame rail rust.
the infamous Northeast vehicle frame rust.
Yeah, we've got, it's very salty here in the winter. So we do see our vehicles start to rust out. But this one is saying that there is some frame rail rust, but no significant body rust. And the truck is drivable, but it does need a new battery and will need to be jumped to be started. And we've got about 42,000 miles on it. And I did see the hours were mentioned as well, I believe. And let's see. We do have a contact person if you'd like to go inspect it on site. And they are answering questions. Somebody asked for more bidders, and the selling agency immediately added more, which is fantastic. Fantastic. So yeah, if you have a need for a fire truck for your local department, or even
Maybe
just for
to cut through traffic fast.
Yeah, why not? Looks like a good choice.
Just want to welcome. We have some people tuning in and
Awesome.
on Instagram Live. So we have a diehard Marcos, Simon, B. Hildebrand. So welcome. If you're by the way, if you're joining us live, please let us know where you're checking in from. We always love hearing that. Rip 4616 just joined. Thank you. Welcome. Let us know where you're checking in from. Looks like you're a Penn State fan.
We are. Well, I just have 2 more to share with you. I have a pickup truck I want to share, and then we're going to check back in on Sophie's cool item from last week that she said she would love to bid on if we were allowed to bid.
Oh, okay. I'm excited to see what that is.
So next up, I have a 2015 GMC Sierra 3500 HD Crew Cab.
By the way, Rep 16 is from Johnstown, so that makes sense.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see you out at a game this year.
Yeah. The Sierra is coming to us from Lower Makefield Township in Pennsylvania. This ends really soon. This ends this Wednesday at 9:10 a.m. Eastern time. And we've got some good pictures. That big truck. Very big. My father recently bought the 2500 GMC Sierra.
I like the GMC. I like this truck for sure.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I like the GMCs. I never thought I was like a GMC guy. And then Jamil and I were at a truck conference last year.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a lot of these, full size, heavy duty work trucks on display. And I'm like, I need one of these, except I actually don't need it.
No, you don't. But I just watched the same thing happen with my dad. He had the 1500, the GMC Sierra 1500. It was about 10 years old. His transmission went on him about 2 weeks ago, and he upgraded. He immediately bought a new truck by the end of the same day, and he got the 2026 GMC Sierra 2500. And oh my gosh, it's huge.
Yeah.
And very similar to, the work truck it's not any different from what he just got. and they are
Yeah.
very nice, very nice.
No, they're nice. I really like them. I just don't have. I wish I had a need for it.
Yeah.
So
Well, you don't
maybe I
want to
need
be
more
so gas
toys to haul
energy there, I
around.
promise.
You get one of those, then you have to buy a boat, or
Oh
maybe
my
you have to
God, does
buy.
have a camper, so and your
Yeah.
camper you can drive separately.
Well, I have an RV that I can drive, so
Yep.
that's that. But yeah.
Very cool. We're currently at $12,000, but the reserve price has been met, which is awesome. There are 48 bids, and with the auction starting to wind down, 1 day and 20 hours to go, I expect we'll see this jump up a little bit more.
So
This was a daily driven truck, but there's no issues. It also comes with a Fisher XV2 stainless steel V plow, which functioned effectively and was used for plowing this past winter. It looks like the township is continuing to drive this vehicle until the auction ends, so the mileage may increase a little bit. And all decals and the radio will be removed. So that's all good. We have a contact person that you can reach out to inspect on site. And we've got the questions, being answered here. So it looks like we're gonna see a good auction here. And it's a very
awesome.
nice truck. I meant to check the mileage. Oh, sorry. Let me check that. It has 114,000 miles.
That's just getting started on these trucks.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
And then our next bet, we're going to check back in on the sailboat that Sophie pointed out last week.
Ah.
She would have loved to bid on had
Did
she
you
been
take a guess? Oh wait, it's still open. So did you have a guess on what it might sell for, Sophie?
I don't remember. Did we guess on the sailboat? I think we
No.
just talked about like all the things that we could do with it.
Yeah,
You had the Airbnb idea. Yeah. So no, we actually didn't guess what this.
We have time to guess now, so if you want to guess.
Oh my gosh. I don't know the boat market at all.
Me neither, especially not a sailboat.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's a 1983 sailboat. Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Last week it was at $100. Right now it's at 210. And it still has almost 4 days to go.
Scroll down, Jackie, a little bit so we can see the bid timeline. Okay. So got a couple bids early on. Yeah, we'll see. This is a good one. Sophie, I think you should take a guess and then we'll check back in on it next week. No pressure.
No pressure.
I'm going to
point out, Sophie, before you guess, I do want to point out it does include some stuff. It does come with 6 life vests. It comes with a mounted compass. So there's some things included in here, which I think are really awesome, especially for somebody getting their first boat. Having the life jackets already on board and a compass already on board, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with $1,000.
Okay.
All right.
We'll check back in next
1,000 even, huh?
Yeah, I'll do even this round.
I'm so excited to see. I actually haven't seen it yet, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what that camper sold for that we have Greg's guest on because we've checked on it twice, but I haven't checked on it since then. So I don't even know what the sale price was yet. I'm really excited to see how close Greg was, or maybe he was right on the money. We'll see.
I doubt that.
Well, those are all the live auctions that we're going to highlight today. Let us know what you think. Please participate in the guessing with us if you want to. We'd love to see your guesses as well. And I think, based on the coming right off of the topic of this was Sophie's cool item from last week, I think we're going to move right over to see what Sophie's cool item of this week is.
Well, before I want to just welcome in Jose over on Instagram and Caravella Demolition. Thank you for joining us. And also thank you to Ilias Kaya over on Facebook. And by the way, if you're joining us live, please be sure to like the video. It really helps us out. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. Like and subscribe. It really does help our channel and help gets the word out and gets more people on board and engaged, which we love. So
fantastic.
I've got a new item picked for this week that I would bid on and try to win if I was allowed to. Yeah.
All right, let's see it. I'm excited. Wait, I have to add you to the stage. All right.
Yes.
All right, let's remove this one and we'll add this one. Boom.
Cool.
So my pick for this week is some fire hose. Now, that probably seems like a really odd item to pick, but I would love to make dog toys with these. I've seen them in the store. They're overpriced, crazy expensive, but they are fantastic toys. They last forever. They're really tough material. That's really hard for dogs to chew through.
Wow,
And here
cool.
we've got a big lot of fire hoses. They're all different colors.
So cool.
So lots of options for making all kinds of different dog toys here. And I just think they'd sell like really fast and be a new little like side gig.
Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at
I never heard that before, but my dogs tear through every toy I've ever bought them within 20 minutes. So that's so cool to know.
Yeah, but you have Cujo dogs.
I do not. Do not. Shadow's like 30 pounds. What are you talking about?
Yeah, some of these fire hose toys, dog toys, they go from like $20 up to like 40, $50, depending on what you're getting. But yeah, it's pretty wild actually what these things sell for. So
yeah,
really good opportunity. I wonder how many you can make from this.
A ton. There's different sizes.
We have
4-inch
right here.
1,600 feet, 2.5-inch hose, about 700 feet, 1 3/4 inch, 1,200 feet. So you could make.
I mean, imagine how cool it would be to buy all these and make all these dog toys, and then you could sell them. Like, awesome. That's a great little side hustle.
I mean, you can make 35 grand if you sell them for $10 a foot.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Yeah.
So
worth the bid. Sophie, what a great business idea you just gave everybody. It's a weekend, so I won't be able to buy them.
Right now, the current bid is $625, and it has about 8 days left on the auction.
Yeah. Let's see where that. Do we need to make a guess on this? This one would be really tough.
This would be almost impossible for me to guess.
Yeah, this would be a really tough guess.
I guess it would depend on if they can be used as fire hoses for another department, versus, upcycling them for other means. Because we do have buyers who buy this for other accessories like wallets and belts. Yeah. I think they might make bags out of them. So yeah, there's quite a few use cases for these that people might not think of.
Definitely.
And they could probably be put back to use at another fire department because they do come with the nozzle attachments. So you could probably hook those right up, and
we'll definitely have to follow up and see what they end up using it for, who follow up with the buyer to see what they end up using it for. It'd be kind of interesting. I'd be curious for sure.
Me too.
As we're always curious with with what people do with items, and we constantly ask. Unfortunately, we don't get a lot of answers sometimes, but we do ask, and we love hearing what the various stories, and we have some good ones. So you can check that out over on our blog when you have some time. All right, do we have anything else?
Moving on, I've got some cool items that sold in the past week. First up here is a 2009 Harley Davidson Police Electric Glide. And that sold for $4,200.
Awesome. I think we did actually highlight that as one of the live auctions last week as well.
Worcester, Mass.
Yeah. Yep.
How do you say that? Say that again for me.
That's why I said it, because that's another one where it gets people.
Yeah, I never know how to say this one right.
Yeah, that's how they pronounce it, Worcester.
Oh, I would have never gotten that.
Yeah.
Another item that sold last week was some stadium seating bleachers. So school's out. There's a lot of sports activities going on. Parks, looking to host some games, and someone got some bleachers for $20,000.
I'll have to follow up, see who won and what they plan on doing with it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if it, I'm just curious, because if it's not a school, or if it's not a, an agency that, is buying it for something you would think. Maybe there's some other reason, and you just never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine some park or like maybe a big event center. But if it's not something like that, that would be really interesting to know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Another item that sold was the Jaws of Life tools out of Louisiana that sold for $500. And this is something I've heard from bidders before, how grateful they've been for the Municibid auctions to give them access to tools that sometimes are on back order. They're not able to get their order fulfilled quickly, and they need tools now. So that was a great sale.
Yeah, and there's I can just think of like different uses for these outside of EMT or fire. Like I was just thinking like racetracks, the safety people at racetracks and
Totally,
things like that. Yeah. So just gives people access to these devices that are probably otherwise pretty hard to come by.
Yeah.
And then a nice vehicle that sold was a 2021 Ford Explorer Police Interceptor hybrid all-wheel drive.
Nice.
Very clean. That was from Chelmsford, Massachusetts.
Yep.
That sold for $8,008. So that looks like that might have been a proxy bid there.
We talked about that last week. We highlighted that strategy. Yeah. Maybe they got the advice from us.
Yeah, well, it's a good winning strategy. So had a lucky bidder there that won using that strategy. It has the seats with it, which is always nice.
Very cool.
And then last cool item to highlight was a 2013 Ram 5500 plow truck out of Cranberry Township. That sold for $34,100. So nice looking truck, and it does include central hydraulics, stainless steel bed, spreader box, and a 9-foot plow. So it's fantastic. You're getting a great truck, but also fully equipped and ready to work.
Yeah.
Another longtime seller with us. They've been with us for a very, very long time. 2008, 9, somewhere in that area, maybe even earlier. Yep.
That's when I graduated high school.
Yep. That's what I've got for this spotlight items from the past week.
Awesome.
Well, let's see how I did with my prediction from last week.
Oh yeah, let's pull that up. I'm excited.
Are you gonna pull that up, Sophie?
I can pull that up real quick. Hold on, I'm just getting the link here. All right, so this was the 2015 Salem Hemisphere Lite Travel trailer.
You were just
wrong again.
You were a little over, but
a little over, not too far.
No, Greg's guess. See, Greg's guess originally, or Sophie and I discussed last week. Greg guessed right in the beginning of this listing, right before it even had many bids, that this would sell for $17,500, and since then it received 92 bids total, and he's a little over because it came out to 15,104, which again, that proxy bidding strategy, adding a couple dollars in there, but Greg was pretty close.
Yeah, I'll take it. It was close. Yeah. Well, congratulations to the winning bidder. Hopefully they put it to good use with some trips. We'll have to follow up with them and see what their plans are.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, if we hear back from bidders that have won these items, we'll certainly share those stories with you all in future live streams. And by the way, we're live every Monday at noon Eastern for Municibid Mondays live. If Monday's a holiday, then we just go to Tuesday and we have Municibid Mondays live on a Tuesday. So it's been a lot of fun. We're just basically extending our live streams. We had a lot of fun doing the live streams during our 20 days of Municibid celebrations, and we decided we want to keep going with that. And so we're still kind of trying out some new things, and adapting to what we were doing from the 20 days of Municibid into this new format, and we'll continue to evolve this and grow. So this is only what, our third, is that our third, maybe fourth at this point?
This is our fourth
Yeah,
now.
it's our fourth Municibid Mondays live. And yeah, we're going to keep going with it and add in some new segments and features within the live stream. And yeah, just excited to see where it goes from here. And we just really love connecting. It's a great way to connect with people who are able to join us live. We might even try doing a different time too. Yeah. So we've been throwing around the idea of trying some other times to see if that works better for people or not. So,
which also recommend if there's some kind of time of day, recommend
it.
Yeah,
if you're
recommendations and figure out what works.
Yeah, totally. If you're watching, let us know what you think. We always love hearing feedback. So, well, good. I think we covered a lot of ground. Like I said, we have a lot going on and super busy here, welcoming a ton of new sellers and governments on board to get their items listed and sold. Always welcoming tons of buyers every single day. And we're just grateful for all of it. And we're grateful for all of you who are able to tune in live or who will watch the replay. And we're looking forward to seeing you next week. Make sure you like and subscribe wherever you're watching so that you're notified when we go live. All right. We'll see you all next week.
Have a great week, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Take care. Thank you for tuning in to the Municibid podcast. If you would like to learn more about the world of government surplus, be sure to subscribe to Municibid wherever you listen to your podcasts.